Today, May 26th, we celebrate the feast of St. Philip Neri. He's known as the second apostle of Rome. He lived in the 1500s, and he lived at a time when many people in Rome were disconnected, alienated from the church just because of some of the excesses of the hierarchy, some of the institutional corruption, all of that. And not everybody that lived in Rome was necessarily drawn to the faith or practicing the faith in relationship with Jesus. So Philip felt called as a layman to go into the streets of Rome to serve the poor and the sick, really to engage everyone that he met and to try to lead them into a living relationship with Jesus. That should sound very familiar to us as we think of what we're trying to do with Go Make Disciples and our evangelizing initiative. He met Ignatius of Loyola and discerns a call to the priesthood. About 5 years before he's ordained a priest, he's praying in the catacombs outside of Rome intensively, asking the Lord to bless him and give him discernment. And he has this extraordinary, both spiritual and physical experience. He feels that Holy Spirit just completely entered his body and inflamed him, just setting him on fire, just filling him with his divine holiness and zeal. And he felt like his heart was expanding, as if his chest was just being crushed. And that experience stayed with him for the rest of his life. After he died, when they opened him up for relics, they discovered that 2 of his ribs had broken and that his heart had actually physically expanded beyond his rib cage. So there was a physical manifestation of that spiritual infusion of the Holy Spirit in that prayer. So he gets ordained a priest and starts what is called the oratory. It was a way to reach the laity that perhaps were not coming to Mass or practicing the faith. And he would gather people together. They would sing hymns. They would read out of the scriptures. They would pray. They would go to different churches on different nights of the week. He was also very playful, very humorous, pulled a lot of practical jokes, felt that joy is a great way to evangelize others and to lead them into a love relationship with the Lord. And so we think of him as this joyful, evangelizing, kind of in the streets, servant of the Lord. And on this feast day, we are blessed to have 2 new priests ordained. Tonight at St. Maria Goretti, Deacons Mark Foley and Simon Tips will be priests of Jesus Christ. What a fitting day to be ordained on this feast day of a great apostolic priest who witnesses for us the zeal and joy that come when we give our lives to the power of the Holy Spirit. Please join with me in praying for our newly ordained priests, that God may make their lives fruitful. They are good, holy, committed men, and the Lord will do wonderful and grace-filled things through them.